everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And for today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new DC Comics Multiverse 6-inch Flash TV series Earth 2 Flash figure from Mattel. Now this 6-inch figure comes packaged in the same style packaging we see with all the Multiverse figures. You've got the red and black box. Up at the very top, you've got the Flash TV series logo. Then you've got the DC Comics Multiverse logo. The figure's clearly displayed. And then down below, you have an image of the character from the TV show and the name. Off to the side, you again have an image of the character and a brief bio. And then on the back of the packaging, you have a look at all the figures in the wave that you need to get in order to complete the Collect and Connect King Shark figure. All right, let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Now, real quick, before we get to the Flash figure, I just wanted to touch upon something from yesterday's review of the Dark Knight Returns Multiverse Joker figure. With that alternate head, I had shown you how you could stick the little batarang piece that they gave you into the right eye of the figure, and this is to mimic the scene from the comic book where Batman throws his batarang at Joker and it goes into the Joker's eye. Now, in my review yesterday, I had done the pointy end into the eye, and the reason why I did that is because that's the end, at least on my figure, that fits the best. I think technically the correct way is to put the thicker end in there so the pointy end is actually sticking out. And I have done some work on the eye to open it up a little bit so it does fit better now. But again, with my figure, I've had some difficulty getting it to stick in correctly when you put it in that way. So it's really up to you how you want to display your Joker figure with that. I think, again, it's really cool they included that, but how you put it in there, again, I think is really up to you. But I guess technically the correct way is with the pointy end sticking out. Okay, so getting back to the Flash figure, here's a look at it outside the packaging along with the other contents. Now, first of all, let me just say a big thanks to Mattel for sending this figure out to me so I could review it for you guys. This figure has a number of different accessories, which is one of the things I do like about this figure. First of all, it comes with the right arm for the King Shark Collect and Connect figure. Now, we'll be taking a look at King Shark in its own review once we've looked at all the figures in this wave, so be sure to check back for it. The figure comes with two different pairs of hands, so you get a pair of closed-fisted hands that are attached to the figure when you first take it out of the packaging, and to switch out the hands, you just pop them off. You got the little peg on the hand and the hole in the arm, and then you just plug in the alternate hands that it comes with, and the alternate hands are open hands for running positions, so I do think it's nice that they included that extra pair of hands with this figure. We've also included a pair of lightning effects that you can attach to the arms of the figure. This is for that running effect, and these are done with rubbery type plastic. It's semi-translucent yellow. And again, I think it's pretty cool that they added this along with the hands. And then finally, this figure comes with the classic Jay Garrick Flash helmet, and this is done with a gray plastic, and you've got the wings sculpted on the side. And I think it looks pretty good on the figure. Definitely, I think the figure looks better with the helmet on than without. And as long as you push the helmet on there tight, it will stay on the figure pretty good. Okay, so for the figure itself, I gotta say this is probably my least favorite figure in the wave, in part because, and this is a spoiler if you haven't seen The Flash, but this isn't actually Jay Garrick. This is actually Zoom disguised as Jay Garrick. So I would have much rather had an actual Jay Garrick Flash figure, and I do hope that eventually Mattel gets around to releasing one. But as it is, this is Zoom in disguise, essentially. And the face sculpt for the Zoom version of Flash 2, I can't really give high marks on for this figure. It really looks nothing like the actor. Now, again, I do think the figure looks much better when you have the helmet on there, in part because it kind of hides his face a bit. But I really don't like the head sculpt that much. I don't like the way the hair looks. His forehead is showing way too much, I think, and it really just doesn't look much like the actor at all. Otherwise, though, I think it is a pretty solid figure. I do like the sculpting with the lightning bolt on his front side here and the buttons. And then he's got the blue pants and the red shoes. So the rest of the figure, I think, looks pretty good. So this figure stands with the helmet on just under 6 1/4 inches tall. Here's a comparison with Mattel's Flash TV series Reverse Flash and Barry Allen Flash figures. And then finally, here's a comparison with Mattel's 6-inch TV series Arrow and TV series Supergirl figures. For articulation, you can turn the head to the left and to the right. Really no back or forth movement with the head. Arms attached with your standard ball hinge joint at the shoulder, so he can get his arm out good. He's got good rotation there. He's got a single hinged elbow, so he can bend his elbow about that much. And then you've got rotation at the elbow, and you've got rotation at the wrist, but no hinges on the hands. Then you've got a midsection joint, so he can crunch down about that much, and he can look back about that much. He's got a waist swivel. He's got those side hinge joints, so he can do the splits pretty good, and you can get the leg forward. You can really only do the leg forward about that much, and then you can do the leg forward back about that much. He does have a thigh swivel, single hinge knee, so he can bend his knee about that much, and then you have hinges on the feet, but no ankle pivot with this one, and 2 peg holes on the bottom of the feet. Okay, so that's my review. So overall, as I mentioned before, this is probably my least favorite figure in the wave, in part because I just don't like this version of Jay Garrick. I would have much rather had the real Jay Garrick, especially since we got Zoom in this wave as well. But also, I don't really like the head sculpt on this one. It looks nothing like the actor. I do like the accessories, and the figure itself isn't too bad. Some ankle pivot would have been nice as far as articulation since he is a runner, but it's pretty standard for what we see in this line. Now, this figure, along with the rest of the wave, is hitting shelves now. We'll have a full image gallery up at toynewseye.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. As always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I'll have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, I'll catch you later.